What is up, everyone? We are back here at Evil Abyss. I am still in Evil Abyss, I know, right? I haven't got kicked out yet. So, as long as you keep drinking your EXP soda cans and you're in Evil Abyss, I think you'll stay in there. So, I think I just can't hoard all those EXP soda cans anymore. But it's okay, though. And I think I've moved on from floor 232. I kind of do miss them, though. But hey, you know, they'll get some new boss to take over the ladder. But either ways, so. Currently, I am 4th place, much better than last week. Well, not much better. Last week I got 6th. This is 4th. Either way, I'm not 1st. That's all that matters, right? Interestingly enough, it seems like compared to all the other weeks, it looks like every single week there is a different leader. And I don't know if that's because of RNG or is it just because people have better strategies. I'm not sure. All the strategies seem to be fairly the same. The meta is the same. Maybe they might use a different EX here or there. Maybe they might use like a different assist here or there, but it's relatively all the same, right? It's gonna be Rich Honda, Street Poison, Flame Chun-Li, and Fire Adon. And then it's probably gonna be Fei Long somewhere in there. And it's probably gonna be like Evil Ryu assist or something like that. Either way. Okay, but first here we got Zeus, and then OOC, and then Lazy Bow. And then, you know, the familiar names right below me. Usually they're above me or below me, or I'm just juggling around the top dogs while they're just fighting each other for 1st and 2nd and 3rd. Okay, so I'm just watching from the sidelines, seeing what they do, and be like, all right, let me try that. Let me try that. Does it work? It actually kind of works. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, I can't do it, but you know what? I'll give it my best shot. So, okay, so we're gonna look at this from a recording from my phone of a run I actually did. Again, because this is so much harder to explain while I'm playing than when I'm just watching a recording and explaining and pausing and rewinding and all that. So this is going to be not my best run, but it's like my 2nd best run. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, once you do your best run and you try to mimic it, it never happens again and you waste a lot of resources trying to chase it and then you can just never reach it. So this is going to be my 2nd best run, but either way, the meta here is going to be exactly the same, right? I'm using Evil Ryu, though, as a mercenary from someone else instead of Trinity Elena because I just felt like using them for no reason. Like, they're pretty much interchangeable. The only time you don't use her is when there's a boss with multiple units. But in this case, Orsis is just by himself. So Trinity Elena works when it's only one unit. And Evil Ryu works all the time. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to use Evil Ryu for fun. And the EX moves are different. We're using the Akuma one, EX Virgil, and Breath of Rage. EX Virgil, Breath of Rage is going to be like the one you use pretty much all the time. And then, you know, the 3rd one can be like, you know, it might be Vigilante one time, it might be EX Kenny Vega, but this time it's the Akuma one because in this boss specifically, there is a narrow window of time that you can do damage, right? Because the boss is going to kill you pretty fast. So in this case, meter's not an issue. You don't need EX Kenny Vega. You don't need Vigilante because meter's still not an issue. You just need to do a lot of damage really, really fast. Which is why we're using the Akuma one. I've tried using MH Ken. I've tried using EX Guile. I've tried using all the other EX moves, and I'm trying to think, you know, are these better? And I'm like, not really. They're all kind of the same, but I do notice that I get more damage with a Akuma one. Unfortunately, my Akuma EX is only level 20, so it's like 1 stars. So I'm not even gaining like the extra 2% that you get from the next star, or even the extra duration from the next star. But either way, it's fine though. This is still the best I have. And we're gonna roll with that. So let's take a look at how this boss works. So in the beginning, we do the same thing as we always do. We just kind of you know, sit there and, you know, fast forward 4 times and just wait until we get our opportunity to attack. And in the meantime, the boss is hitting us with fire and we're getting slow, undispellable flame stacks on us, right? So we're slowly burning away. And these flame stacks, they double up every single time he breathes on us. So it doesn't matter because, you know, we're just gonna die in the end anyways, right? We just don't want to die earlier than that. And right now, around 54 seconds, right? I have three and like over 3 bars. So I'm not gonna have an issue using meter because Richana gives you meter, and by the time you even run out of meter, you're gonna die anyways because this boss hits hard. So what we're doing here is we're waiting for this boss to do his 1 attack. All right. And the point is to get to a point, again, like most boss fights, is to get to a point where you're attacking the boss so that his attack that will kill you use EX Virgil, and the attack before that is where he'll bring you to a point where you won't die, but close enough where you do a lot of damage to the boss beforehand, right? So at this point, I should really start doing supers. So I'm waiting for the perfect moment. And right here, what I'm doing is I'm gonna wait till Street Poison auto attacks, right? Because my Street Poison is Fighting Spirit 30. So she's gonna do her Toxic Love auto attack, and then I'm gonna immediately start with Rich Honda and just go back to Street Poison as a combo chain. So you get 2 activations of Toxic Love. So if you're lucky, you get 4 stacks. If you're unlucky, you get 2 stacks. But either way, I'm just doing it just because it's really convenient to do it here. So Street Poison, Toxic Love, Rich Hunter starts, double Toxic Love. And let's see what happens here. So now my Fire Anon is at 3 stacks of Toxic Love. If you're lucky, you get 4. But you know what? It's RNG, so who cares or whatever. And now we're starting the chain. So this fire attack that Orsis is going to do is going to hit really hard, right? But you want to be at a point where you're not going to die, but, you know, be kind of close. So, well, I'm not even close to death, right? I'm like half-life, but this is the damage part that might kill me, right? Because I'm not super strong, but I'm still trying to do as much hits as I can, right? Right now, we are at 26 flame penetration stacks. Now, 25 is a magic number, right? If you can do 25 in 2 combos, you're in a good spot. Because once you hit 25, Flame Chun-Li's 3 cars, it boosts your effect accuracy, I think, by like a certain amount percentage. And what that does is it makes it so that it's easier to apply debuffs to the boss. So 25 is a magic number that you kind of want to get. That way it just stacks up everything really, really fast, right? It stacks up flame penetration faster. It stacks up the firewall, debuff, fire, flame, whatever that is, faster. And in general, he just dies faster. So right here, we're just, you know, we're just stacking more things, and you know, the next hit that boss is gonna do is probably gonna kill us, right? So that's what EX Virgil is for. Okay, so at this spot we're pretty good. We're at 14 fire stacks with 50 flame penetration already. The RNG was pretty high on my end, and at this point we want to time the EX Virgil so that we don't die, because his next attack, it's a little weird. Some bosses, some people, when their meter hits 100%, their attack just instantly goes. And some people, when their attack hits 100%, the boss does like a little slow wind up and then hits. So the timing is really funky on some people. This attack right here is kind of in between. There's not a long wind up, but it's also not instant. So you kind of have to like be wary like when to activate EX Virgil. And it really depends on which boss. So you kind of have to play around that to figure out what the timing is. And like always, I always like to activate EX Virgil into Street Poison, wait a split second, and then activate Flame Chun-Li. Reason being is because, number one, this boss does fire damage, and it's going to put dots on you. So once EX Virgil ends, well, first things, if you don't have a 2-star EX Virgil, you're probably going to die, because EX Virgil at 2 stars will heal you after it ends. If you don't have that, you're going to die immediately after it ends, because the flame dots is going to kill you instantly. If that doesn't kill you, Rich Hanna's Fighting Spirit 30 will kill you, because he'll just clap and everyone dies. So in this game right now, the meta is you need EX Virgil level 2. Or you need to not have Rich Hanna have Fighting Spirit 30. Those two things kind of don't work together. But if you have Rich Hanna Fighting Spirit 30 and you have EX Virgil level 2, you're in a good spot. It's just a little annoying to dodge it. It's a little annoying to dodge the clap, honestly, but it's manageable. But in this case, you can't dodge these dots from Orsis, so you actually need EX Virgil level 2. If you don't, then you're gonna die pretty early. So right here, you activate EX Virgil, you activate Flame Chun-Li, or wait a split second, okay? Wait that split second, Flame Chun-Li comes in. I get healed right before EX Virgil ends. I get healed, right? So you see those 4 health bars? Chun-Li's one of them, and she's gonna jump out. Bye-bye, Chun-Li. And we're gonna continue the combo. Keep going. Flame Chun-Li comes in. Rich Hanna claps, right? If he just clapped right here, but no one died because they have slight health left, and the fire dots ain't killing them. So EX Virgil level 2. EX Virgil level 2. Can't get any more. It is what it is. Either way, activate Breath of Rage when you can. All right, get all that damage in, see what you can do, and just sit there. But here's the fun part. I like doing this part. On the last attack that would kill you, I always try to get Chun-Li to do her last attack and just dodge the hit. It doesn't really add meaningful damage. It's just kind of funny. So bye-bye. There we go. We get like I don't know, less like a few million damage. And in the end, I mean, when you're doing like 2.6 billion, a few million is not a lot, so it's just kind of funny, right? Get those extra seconds in. So I get my overall score is 2.6 billion, and let's go back to the game really fast. And the first place is 2.9 billion, so that's like about what, 3 billion out of 26. It's like a little over 10%. Is that right? Yeah, it's a little over 10%. So am I missing 10% damage here? I feel like I'm missing a lot more. especially with all the stuff that I'm missing. Breath of Rage, Akuma EX, Fighting Heart, what else? Probably the Broken Formation, Fighting Soul. So there's a lot of damage just left that I can still achieve. I feel like, I don't know what the top end is, because I feel like when you're up there, you don't really have to try that hard. So like, once I get up there, we'll see though. I feel like we can probably hit 4 billion damage. It's gonna take me a while to get there. Give me some time. But either way, right now I'm still far from it, but I'm still trying. 4th place, not bad. Not first, unfortunately. But I think I did get first on Sierra, which is like the super RNG boss that no one wants to fight. So, you know, I don't even want to take credit for that. But either way, next boss we have Betharak. Okay, so Betharak. I don't like Betharak. Betharak is also pretty RNG-ish. I don't like that, but Betharak, there's an interesting strategy in this one. We do not require EX Virgil, believe it or not. This is the one Crusade boss that does not require EX Virgil. So, I don't know if I'm gonna get first on this, because actually, we'll see, right? This boss, check it out. I do have a strategy for this one. Does not require EX Virgil. Requires very simple units. Well, it requires the same meta, right? So if you don't have Flame Chun-Li, it's over. And that's an unfortunate thing about this game. If you don't have Flame Chun-Li, you just cannot compete in bosses at all. And if you even do compete, you'll get like bottom of like top 50, maybe. Actually, now I'm curious. Let's go to the bottom. Let's see here. All right, Flame Chun-Li. Flame Chun-Li. Flame Chun-Li. Flame. Okay, you know what? I think it's pretty obvious here. It's just not possible without her. I mean, Flame Maidon does do a lot of damage by himself, but she just enables the world. So, yeah, you know, this is an unfortunate reality. And she's gated behind like a $25, $30, $50, $100 paywall. So this is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But it's okay. This game's been out for a year. People have plenty of chances to buy her, even though they shouldn't have to. It is what it is. So, but yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I do still plan on making the boss rush strategy for this one, for this boss, strictly because I do think this boss is this specific boss rush has one of those ones where all you gotta do is just rush one boss and forget the other ones. As you can tell, I don't care about the other two. I don't care about the Jury Viper. I don't care about the Trendy Cameo. All I care about is Kuma. And you know, okay, I get higher than this with this one team, but we'll just do that next time. But tune in and we'll see what we do there. See you guys later.